Good afternoon, everyone. Liz Smith here, president of St. John's Boosters Business Association. Oh my gosh, a flub right in the first minute. Well, this is Instagram Live, clearly, and even though I can't see you, I am glad to know that you're here and be with you all. So hopefully you're having a good day on this rainy Friday. So this Instagram Live series was something that we did sort of piggybacking on to a social media campaign by Venture Portland called I Am a Small Business. It was a campaign that looked a lot like this, and we used it in our own social media marketing to highlight businesses, business owners, and remind you that when you're supporting a small business, you're supporting a person, a family, a neighbor. And we thought, well, since not all of us can go out in person right now, we wanted to bring that in-person feeling into your home at a safe distance. So this we thought was a great way to do it, and also really get to know some of your business owners in a much more intimate way than you can do by ordering from their website. So we've got such a great lineup. I'm so excited about it, and I've loved doing these so far. And it just reminds me too how amazing our business community is. For my work, I'm a social media manager. So of course, I'm really excited by all of the great social media posts that everybody has been doing. And, I'm very highly influenced by things that I see on everyone's social media. So it's working for me. And I do see people, buying things in the district and ordering food and ordering online. And I just think it's terrific. So I just wanted to tell you too that if you are a small business out there and you're in the St. John's area, I offer free social media coaching through St. John's Center for Opportunity. That's something that in conjunction with them, we wanted to offer to the businesses in the business district to help either start your social media or refine it or just get someone's eyes on it to see how is it doing, give some suggestions. I've got a lot of tricks and tips that I can share with you. So if you want to sign up with a session with me, please do. I love doing this work. So I would be happy to work with you. Well, today I'm super excited because we have Lynn, and her business name is A Nice Lady in St. John's, which has been fun to say because when I've asked, oh, who donated those great prizes, or what is that business? And I say, oh, that's A Nice Lady in St. John's. And they say, yeah, but who? It becomes a who's on first conversation. It's very funny. So Lynn is a relatively new business to St. John's. She has already been very active in the community and in the business district. But I still feel like because we're in this COVID situation and people aren't just wandering around as much, a lot of people don't know what she does. So I'm super excited to bring her to you, and so that you can learn right from her what her business is, why she came to St. John's, and all that good stuff. Well, she's in the waiting room, so I'm going to let her in, and through the magic of technology, we're going to have this interview. So there we go, and there we go. Sometimes my phone turns off right during the interview, so if there's technical difficulties, just pause for a minute. I will come back. Oh, there she is.
Can you see me
Hi,
okay?
Lynn.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here today and agreeing to do this interview with me. I'm really excited.
You know what? Thanks for doing this, because one of the things about being a small business right now is with COVID going on, is that a lot of us have had to change our audience or our customers that we're dealing with. And so to be able to reach out to new people is just really an honor. So thanks for doing this.
Well, I'm just pleased to be here too, because even though we work together like online a lot on several projects, I think we've only met in person once or twice even. Yeah. So I'm actually like happy to have this like mini lunch hour with you where we get to chat and I get to ask you all the questions I would normally ask you in person.
Thanks.
And we don't have to wear our masks. It's nice to have a little relief from that right now.
Nice.
It's like, oh, I get to see what your mouth looks like. That's nice. Not just the eye. I mean, the eyes are wonderful, but I also like seeing people's whole faces. So I appreciate that. Well, I mean, so I already talked a teeny tiny bit about your name, but I would love to know just, what brought you to St. John's and what made you decide to start up this very specific business?
It's funny. It's interesting actually how I got into this business that I just love so much. And it's all started out when I was living in Los Angeles, and I was a graphic designer for a number of years. I was working for an aromatherapy company, and I had a few other clients. And then one day I looked at the calendar and I saw that I was almost 40. And I started doing the math, and I figured out that it was about time for me to have a midlife crisis. And so I got on that pretty quickly, and I sold my house in Los Angeles, and I moved my kids and myself to a little tiny town in Eastern Oregon called Cove, Oregon. That
Okay.
is right across the valley from La Grande, and it's just one of the most magical places on earth. But taking my kids from population 1 million to population 600 was a big adjustment for them, and also a big adjustment for me.
Sure.
I brought my clients with me because we had the internet, and I was able to keep them and as clients. But when we got there, I had the Cove Cherry Fair Council reached out to me and asked me to help them with their T-shirts. And I did, and I got to work with a great company in La Grande that was a screen printing company. And then cut to about 6 months later, I got a phone call from the graphic designer at the screen print company. He was the brother of the owner. And he called me out of the blue and he said, look, I need a vacation. I haven't had a vacation in a really long time. I just want to leave for 2 weeks. Can you come sit in my chair and be the graphic designer? And I said, okay.
Why
And
not?
2 weeks later, he called up and he said, I'm not ready to come back yet. Can you just stay for 2 more weeks? And I said, okay. And then 2 weeks later, he called up and he said, I just got a job landscaping in Hawaii for 3 months. And so can you stay for 3 more months? And I said, okay. Then 3 months later, he called up and he said, I'll be back by Thanksgiving. And I said, I don't think you have a job here anymore.
Oh,
And right from that point on, I just really loved working with the clients. I like taking the graphic design element of what I knew how to do, but actually turning it into a product. And it's
mm,
something that you can hold in your hand or wear or carry around. And so I really enjoyed that. And so I ended up there for a number of years. And when my dad got Parkinson's, and he lives out in Milwaukee, so I decided it was time to come and be closer to home. And I was fortunate enough to get another job in the screen printing embroidery environment so I could continue doing what I really love to do. And they eventually sent me out to a shop that they opened up out in Clackamas. And I
mm.
was a one-woman show. I was the only employee in that location. I did all the work myself. And at some point I realized, well, wait a minute, I could do this and I wouldn't have to say no to so many people because I like saying yes. When people would come to me and they would say, I just need 4 things for this really important holiday that we're taking, I would have to say, no, you have to do 12. And I would want to take their project, but I had bosses. And so
Sure.
when I opened up this place, one of my goals was to really help out the people who only needed 4 things, or the less than minimums, and also people that had that needed jobs that required a little bit more patience maybe than other places were willing to invest. I had a woman who came to me with a stocking, and she had one for an existing child and another matching stocking for a new baby that was coming, and she needed the font and the size and everything to match exactly. And a lot of places you kind of go in, you pick the font that they have on stock, but she had a specific request, and so having a business like mine, I was able to help her out with that sort of thing.
Well,
And I,
that's great.
yeah,
And I'm sure she was so grateful because I can imagine just, in my past career, having worked with inventory and special orders, normally somebody has, a minimum, a size range minimum, a long lead time, or if they don't have those minimums, you're going to pay such an upcharge for doing the one off that it's not even, worth doing at some point. So I guess what would be helpful for the audience here is to tell them, because you're in your title of your business, it doesn't exactly say what you do. And it took me a little while to figure out like a one word, one sentence description of what the product is you provide. So that would be helpful.
Or logo on things.
Okay.
Or
so for example, like I have a business and my business name is, oh, whatever it is. Let's say it's Union, and the name of the business is Union. And so I want to do, I don't know, giveaways to clients, or I want to do, something for a customer special or something for my staff. Is that something I would come to you with?
It is, absolutely.
Okay.
One of the projects that I'm working on right now, I've got a great client, Rima, who is a realtor, and she is a good realtor. She sells quite a few houses, and she comes to me every time that she sells a house, and we make a special keychain that has the buyer of the house. It has their name on it.
Oh my gosh.
On one keychain, we did the shape of the house because it was a really unique shape. On another one, we put a little giraffe looking in the window of their house and did their house again because they were very into giraffes, or I think the mother-in-law was into giraffes. Right now I'm working on one for her that's a gentleman who bought a house out in Malala, and he's a hunter, and I'm doing a leather keychain for him that's going to be nicely stitched with his name engraved on it. I do the engraving with my Glowforge. A lot of people might have seen the Glowforge commercials. It seems like they're just flooding right now all over the place. It's a laser printer engraver, but it's not the laser printer that prints super clear. It does print super clear. It's a laser that prints on 3D objects.
Oh, gotcha. Wow. You have that in-house. It's not something you send away.
And that's how I was able to make the prize for the pumpkins.
The pumpkin decorating contest prize. That was so cool. I could not, I didn't even know what to expect. You said you were doing the special prize. I had no idea it was going to be that cool.
And what this is it's just a base, but I engraved the acrylic in my Glowforge. So this was I design it and then I engrave it. Another fun thing that I'm doing right now is with the school. We're doing the local elementary school. We're doing, whoops, let me turn that off. We're doing a, there we go, the story walk.
Oh, yes, the story walk with James John Elementary School.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I have one of the pages up on my shop window, and what the kids are doing is they're walking around from page to page, and it tells them where to go next, and they're reading a book with their parents through the community. And it's fun, and when the parents and the kids come up to my page, I always run outside with a mask on, and I offered them one of these that I made. I made some little foxes.
Oh my goodness.
And some little molds. These were all made on my Glowforge. A little mold. And I've got some little birds. Because the story is about a fox who talks a mole into going to the moon with him, and some birds help him get up there. And so when the kids come, I let them finish reading the page, and then I stick this out the door and I say, would you like a fox or a mole or a bird? And this is something that was so fun and easy to create on my Glowforge.
And how, Lynn, that's so special that you did that. So just let me give a little bit of explanation for those who don't know about the Story Walk. So the Story Walk was started by the librarian at James John Elementary, and it's a trademark thing that's done all over the country. And they chose a book, and this book happens to be bilingual. And then the pages of the book are separated out into, say, 15 different pages. And 15 different businesses stepped up to be a location for the pages. So you start at James John School, you go one to the next. They're all within, I would say, the main downtown corridor of St. John's. And as an extra special surprise, when they get to your location, you on your own decided to give them like an extra little treat, which is so indicative of your personality, Lynn. You're such a giving person. And they're not expecting that because that wasn't even part of that. So that makes it a surprise.
So fun for them. And it also, I think, because I'm in the middle of the book, and so to get this little special fun thing, the parents are really happy too, because it kind of gets the kids motivated to continue this walk to the end of the book.
Oh, that is just so fun. And also it just, in the way that it just lets parents know, kind of, they get a sort of a tangible thing about what you do. Here's something that I make. Because again, it's like all about making these connections, which is really hard during COVID, to just let people know that you're there. And And I loved also for the prizes for the pumpkin decorating contest, you had done some really cool knit hats that said St. John's on them, and those were amazing. And a little knit backpack. And what's so special about these things, especially that grand prize, is that that grand prize is unique to that contest in that year, and there's not another one like it. So it's not just a prize like a trophy we pulled off of a site, you know, that we ordered randomly. This was specially made for them. And I imagine with the key fobs that you're doing too, it's unique to that person. So you're actually helping businesses and organizations do better customer service for their customers. So it's like you're helping all of us be better by making it affordable, and we don't have to buy high minimums, and it's custom done, and you really care about the end product, it sounds like, which
I spoil my
so
clients.
great. That's so cool. Well, I was actually at your next door neighbor's Cathedral Park Salon, and Taylor, as a thank you for, you know, my business throughout the year, gave me a beautiful ornament. So I wasn't expecting, oh my gosh, a gift. We need to be giving you a gift because of all you've gone through in COVID. And he showed me this amazing, sparkly, beautiful ornament that I'm so excited to hang on my tree when I get that up. You know, that was handcrafted next door.
Mm-hmm.
Just for him.
I've got about 5 clients that I did custom ornaments for, and a really fun project. It's easy to do them on the Glowforge, and they can get exactly what they want. There was one client that I have that's in their logo, their A is a specific shape, and their logo is based off of that A shape. And so we were able to take that A shape and add some snowflakes and put their name in it, and create a really cute Christmas element for their tree that they would be able to give away. One of the things that I've been doing lately, just in kind of in my spare time, is I've been making some St. John's bridge ornaments.
Excellent.
And about every other night, I've been going out to the Christmas tree there in the plaza and hanging them on the tree. And I don't care if they get stolen. I really don't. I mean, once it's on the tree, it's kind of out in nature. And so if anybody does see these ornaments on the tree, don't feel bad about taking these. Don't take everybody's ornaments. A few of these on there. Go ahead and grab them. I don't mind.
Oh, that is so wonderful that you're contributing to our community tree, though. And that's the point of it, is it's like you're kind of giving it to the community wherever that may land. We hope it stays on the tree, but it doesn't have to. And that's just the gift. That's the gift.
Somebody that
giving back to the community
wants it will get it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, I wanted to ask you, so I think it would be helpful for people to understand, especially during COVID, like, what does it look like to do a project with you? Do I call you up? Do I send you an email? And then what are like kind of the steps we go through?
For a project with me, what I need you to do is get a hold of me, either through the phone or through email.
Okay.
Let me know what it is that you're looking to do. And at that point, what I do is I create a comp. And a comp is a visual representation of exactly what I think that you want. Sometimes also people will come to me with a vague idea of what they want. And I'll take their vague idea and put it on paper and say, here's our starting place. This is what you're looking at. And they can say, well, make this line thinner. I want it to be yellow, not blue. And we can start to work from there. And then once we get to the point where I can say, I know exactly what it is that you want, because here it is on this piece of paper, and you can say, that's exactly what I want, then I go into the production stage. I make sure that we have a meeting of the mind, that when nobody shows up and says, this isn't what I asked for. And I keep along this, one of the things that I enjoy doing is that when I put somebody's job on the embroidery machine, I take a little video of it, because I think it's fun for them to see it getting stitched out, to see that process. That's not something everybody see all the time, especially with their own logo. And so I'll take a little picture of a little video of the getting stitched out. And when it's done, I'll send them a sample, or send them a picture of the sample stitch and invite them to come in and see it. But I like to keep the communication going along the way, because I think that is fun for them to be involved in the process.
I love seeing that part of it. And then you feel like you have such a like an ownership to it when
Mm-hmm.
you're part of the process, and you have an appreciation also of all that goes into it. I love the fact that you do a comp so that, I mean, I think one of the biggest challenges during COVID is good communication because we're not able to be in person. So it's like all the stages along the way, you know, I might have said something, but it came off like a completely different way, and your interpretation was what I said but not what I meant. So it's nice to be able to have those, you know, that creative input. And also what is impressive to me is that you're offering not only manufacturing skills, merchandising skills, but also design skills and project management. I mean, you're like one stop, one man band.
Yeah, the design
That's
skills are
unusual.
thrown in because that's something that I know how to do. It's odd. I've always figured that if I know how to do it, it's, you know, what's it worth on the design for some reason. And so I that's something that I like to just offer. If it gets outrageous where somebody's coming back and having the alter design,
Right.
you know, at some point I have to say maybe you should go hire a professional, or would you like to hire me to do that for you? But
Yeah.
real basic design fees, I mean, that's just part of what I do to help my clients realize and get what it is that they want in the end.
And it sounds like from what you're telling me too, once you have a client, they often become a repeat client.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're like a lot of them are like family to me. They come back again and again. In fact, one of the gentlemen here in the building that I work in, the maintenance gentleman, I've been helping him get him uniformed, and we've got him a hoodie, and we got him a great hat that he can wear that all says Marvel 21, the name of the building. And then I just got a call from his father, who is a maintenance worker, is in charge of maintenance at one of the buildings over in the Northeast. And I'm going to start working with him now. And so a lot of my clients just come from word of mouth. You know, one thing Walt Disney said, to do your job so well that people can't help talking about you or telling others about you. And that's kind of how I like to run my business, is that I try to do things so well that when they leave here, I'm almost the story. You know, I met this wonderful lady who did this wonderful thing, and I got a wonderful product, and it just goes from there.
And that's a nice lady in St. John's, and that's basically what your name communicates. Now, so I'm going to do a little bit of placemaking for people who just joined us. So this is Liz Smith with the St. John's Boosters Business Association talking with Lynn Daly. Her business is a nice lady in St. John's, and this is a good opportunity to tell people A, where you're located, and B, like, do you have social channels where they can follow you, or, you know, phone number and email that you want to share?
I'm located in the Marvel 29 building, which I think is a really amazing location. If I walk out my door and turn to the right and take just a couple of steps, I'm on the bridge. So you kind of figure out that if you're thinking about where I'm at, I'm right next to the entrance of the bridge in the Marvel 29 building. We don't have parking, but there's usually parking somewhere around the block. And if I could just really quickly kind of sum up that some of the stuff that I do, this is a project that I finished up for Imperfect Balanced Massage that we did.
Oh, nice.
A nice polo for her to wear when she's doing her massage and stuff. This is something, a lot of the custom apparel. I also do screen printing. I've got a partner company that I work with that gives me contract pricing so I can keep my prices low. And I do screen printing, which this is an example, a screen print. In fact, this was a lady that came to me and said, I don't have a design, can you do something up? And together she and I kind of came up with this nice little thing that incorporated her tagline. She was wonderful to work with, a lady out in Aurora. And I also do the heat transfer, which mimics screen printing, but it's something that is done less than minimums. This is the funnest thing. This is called a hoodie bag that I've got some in stock, and it's actually a hoodie sweatshirt.
Oh my goodness.
Made into kind of a purse, and it's just it reminded me of St. John's. It's so just down to earth and
Yep.
comfortable and long lasting.
I love
And
it.
like I mentioned, I also do the Glowforge stuff. And so between all of those are the things that I do in house. I've got a bunch of partner companies that I work with to do promotional products, which is if you need your logo on a mug or some kind of a pen, anything like that, any kind of promotional products. I can get great prices and help you out with that. And then I also do the sign vinyl as well, which
Ah,
or decals, stickers, that sort of thing. I do here in house. So a lot of
wow.
different projects. One of the things that I like to say is that I love working with businesses. I love working with companies, and but when somebody comes in and they say, I've got the perfect idea for my mother of this present and I can't find it anywhere. Can you make it for me? And I'm able to do that. That's where I really enjoy what I do, helping one person come up with just a really beautiful thing for another person that they love as a gift. And if they can't find it anywhere else, come see me and we'll get it done. Just bring me an idea is basically what I need and we can run from there.
I love that you go from everybody from individuals to large organizations to everybody in between. And I'm just specifically thinking of some of our small businesses in our district that it's probably been prohibitive to them to do like their logo on, a canteen mug or whatever it is, because most companies, again, have high minimums, long lead times. But they could even do their own branding and products to sell in their stores through getting it through you. So that's such an asset to have you right here in the neighborhood, available to work with us. So you mentioned that the best way to get in touch with you is
Oh,
on phone or on email. Can you let us know what those are?
yes, phone number is 503-954-1414. My
Okay.
email, which is a long one, is Lynn, Lynn, at a nice lady in St. John's.com. And
Excellent.
I'm active a little bit on Instagram. I'm going to try to get more active. I'm just now starting up my social media accounts. So I've got Instagram and I've got a Facebook page going right now that I'm trying to add more pictures onto. But you can also reach out to me through those. I'm not super savvy on the Instagram and the Facebook business yet. And so it might take me a little bit to get back to you when I notice that I've got the best way is to call or to email. You get me instantly that way. And
Perfect. And since since I started out talking about how I give these complimentary social media coaching sessions to small businesses, what
I would
I
love
would say to you
one.
as a business owner is, Lynn, let's set up an appointment and I can help you get your social media more robust, less painful, and to a comfort level that you feel happy with.
I would
How's
love
that?
to do. I would love to do that. Before we end this, also, I just want to give a shout out to my digitizer. Who a
Okay.
digitizer is the takes my designs and they turn it into an embroidery file. And I know that
Mm.
Fahad has an Instagram account. He's on Instagram. He does all of my digitizing for me, and he is absolutely amazing. He can take just a real basic picture that looks like this, and
Okay.
he can turn
Yeah.
it into an embroidery file that looks like this.
Whoa, that is amazingly detailed.
I know he's just an artist. I absolutely love working with him.
Wow.
And also I'd like to give a shout out to my sister who is the queen of Instagram. She has like
Oh,
25,000 followers or
oh
something.
my gosh.
Yeah, she's got an account called Magpie Ethel. And
Okay.
she is the queen of vintage. And so if anybody
Ooh.
wants to check her page out too, she's got a pretty amazing little business going herself.
Oh, that's cool. I always love having somebody new to follow on Instagram, especially if they are doing it really well. It's just, I have such admiration for people that love it and do it and really get the word out there no matter where you're located, just, doing a great job promoting whatever their passion is, vintage or whatever that is.
Oh, you
So,
would love her stuff. And
oh, cool.
she just lives right over in Eastmoreland, so she's
Oh,
local.
nice. Local. Well,
Shout out
that's
to
the whole
Court.
family is here. Well, we're Lynn, we're so glad that you came to St. John's and that you just right away got involved. And, again, you're so giving to the community and wanting to participate in stuff. And I hope that people, see this and get to know a little bit more about you and, start the wheels cranking for some projects that might be coming up in the next year or so. And I always like to end these with, you're not only a business owner, you're a resident. So, do you have any businesses maybe right around you or in the district that you really just enjoy going to or want to give a shout out to?
Oh, wow. I love the Mikasa that we have sushi here finally in St. John's. I thought that was great. You already mentioned Taylor next door. He's the most amazing neighbor to have. Specializes in wavy and curly hair.
Yes. Yes, me too.
He's really my favorite clients that I've worked with so far. Couchley Plumbing has been.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just wonderful. I did some shirts, redid some shirts for them, and super nice people. Yeah, I've enjoyed working with everybody so far in this area. People have been really just something about the local people supporting local businesses. It's like we're on a team, and it feels good.
Absolutely. It's a team. It's a family. I hear from so many people, not only residents but business owners. I don't ever leave St. John's. There's no reason to leave. We've got everything we need here. So, during COVID, especially when we really can't leave, thank goodness we have this self-sustaining, but also not only that, but just very supportive community. So, and some of our small business owners are some of the best supporters because you know what it takes to run a small business. You have a true appreciation. And plus you're at your business all day. So you're going to go to the restaurants and places that are right near you, right?
Yeah. In fact, I don't close up. I'm open from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And so I've been postmating food. And it's funny because I postmated something from Stormbreakers the other day. And I got really confused. He was like, I just drove a block.
But that gives them, extra business. It fits into the lifestyle that you have right now. That driver, is also making money from it, right? So it's just all going back into our very small micro economy right here. And that's the message that we try and give with Home for the Holidays. You're home for the holidays, so support those around you at home also, and we can all get through this, we hope, together.
Correct.
Oh, Lynn, well, thank you. It was so awesome to talk with you and to learn more about you and your business. My wheels are turning for things that I want to get done, either for the boosters or for my own business. And I can think of some other ones in town too that would be really excited to do a project with you. So thank you all who came and tuned in and listened to us today. Next week, I'm going to have Audrey Voon from Audrey Voon Music. And that should be a fun interview as well. So be sure to turn in next Friday, the 11th. Or sorry, today is the 11th, the 18th at noon for the next installment of I Am a Small Business on Instagram Live. Again, we're the St. John's Boosters. Be sure to check out our website, stjohnsboosters.org. And we have a business listing, including Lynn's business. If you click on the little business card shaped thing at the top, it's a business listing of almost all of our businesses, their hours, their phone number, their websites, so that you can kind of have a one-stop place to see all the fantastic businesses that make up the St. John's Business District. Well, everybody have an awesome weekend. Great to talk to you. I won't see you soon, but I'll see you online soon, and we'll set up that appointment for you.
Sounds
all right.
Good.
Thanks, Lynn. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.